What up, dudes? It's Gaz, and welcome back to another Warframe video. So we just had the gigantic Jade Shadows final dev stream, and we got a lot of information to go over today. We got the release date, we got the new heirloom skin, we got a bunch of changes, we got all of Jade's abilities, so let's just get right into it. But before we do, make sure to sub this channel. We do daily Warframe video uploads. Also got the live stream channel. We're recording this live on stream right now, and we all, are discussing the stream and all that. So it's been pretty fun. So let's get right into it. Let's start off with first, the release date for the Jade Shadows update is June 18th. So you got about 2 days before Elden Ring DLC. June 18th, the third week of June, is going to be the Jade Shadows release date on all platforms. What's going to be entailed in that update? Well, there's actually a lot of stuff. Let's start off with a couple of the big things right off the bat. Status changes. Magnetic procs are going to be now doing extra damage to Overguard, and also blast damage is going to be reworked as well. So we've got some changes right here. So when you deal a blast effect, the blast dealt will trigger a smaller secondary detonation following a delay. If you eliminate an enemy or reach X blast stacks, they'll detonate, dealing a percentage of the summoned damage in an AoE range. So that's a pretty big change. I mean, right now it removes enemy accuracy. And also, magnetic procs are going to be doing increased damage to Overguard, and also on a shield break, deal electrical damage, hitting for a percentage of the shield per stack. So basically, magnetic will be causing electric damage after the shield detonates, or after you break the shield. They still think that Tox will be reign supreme, but that's, this is better. The fact that magnetic will shred Overguard means that the magnetic Tenant Galaxian is even more meta than it already was. And as far as overall armor changes and all that, remember, they are capping enemy armor at 2,700, and that's still staying in the game. And they're not going to be over buffing enemy HP to compensate. They're going to be, right here, this line right here. An important note is we don't intend to match the loss of EHP due to an armor cap. Our goal is to slightly increase the rate at which health increases after level 70, so as to prevent their HP from completely stalling. So enemies at level 10,000 seem like they're going to be easier to kill. We got magnetic proc buffs on Overguard, and we have enemies' armor being capped, and their health is not seeming to be increased that much. But to be fair, we don't have the exact numbers right here. Okay, let's get into some of the Jade abilities and the more exciting stuff to go over. So we have a bunch of screenshots here. So as far as what's coming in the June 18th update, you got the new war prerequisites for this. The new quest, Jade Shadows, the 57th frame Jade, her weapons, some other game mode Ascension. So this new game mode Ascension, it was kind of hard to keep track of what they were doing on stream, but it is a non-endless mode. And this is what the Belly of the Beast event will be. So a non-endless mode. It's going to be a mixture of mobile defense, alchemy, and hijack. There's going to be an escort, a mobile defense segment, and also an escort mission at the end of this defense objective to the extraction. So that's where we'll be getting Jade. That's where we'll be grinding out the event loot. And yeah, I think there's a reason why they limited the Arcanes from the Belly of the Beast event, as this one's going to have, it's going to be really, really repetitive. It's a non-endless mode for an event. So yeah. Moving on, though, we got the Aurelie Deluxe skin. We've also got some new augments we're going to go over here as well. Some of these augments look really good. UI improvements and quality of life changes. So as far as Jade abilities, to start off with, Jade has 2 augment slots. Aura slots. Augment slots would be great. So she can have 2 aura mods. You can run corrosive protection, you can run combat discipline, whatever 2 you want to run, but I don't think you'll be able to run 2 of the same. And yes, these do give you more mod capacity on your builds. You'll have a really easy time getting a full build on Jade. So yeah, if you have 4 Jades in your squad, that's 8 aura mods total. And remember, aura mods apply to your teammates too, so that would be pretty funny. As far as her abilities, we have them all wrote down right here. So let's start with Jade's first ability. It's going to be a little grenade she throws on the ground. When allies are in this grenade, it will give healing over time. If an enemy is in the grenade, it will damage debuff them and deal damage to them over time. It's going to be a debuff separate from like viral procs and all that. So it should be pretty good for giving extra damage to the enemies. Second ability is going to be a supporting aura. That's what we have pictures of right here. Supporting aura will do 3 different things. You can either provide... And I think we have a picture of this too. Okay. Third ability, Power of the 7. Increase ability strength by 30% of nearby allies. Deathbringer. Increase weapon damage by 100% of nearby allies. Or Spirit of Resilience. Increase shield generation by 25%. Extend the duration of each song by killing enemies surrounded by blessings. So she's going to be similar to Wisp, where she gives buffs to her teammates, but these buffs are pretty nice. 30% power strength before mods is going to be pretty useful. Weapon damage increase, always good. It lets you save more space on your build. And yeah, shield regen, sure, why not? Great for longer missions. Her third ability is going to be her helmet. It's going to be a line of sight, slow, and an armor and shield removal. And also, if you're playing Jade herself, a ranged revive as well. The helmet version will not have the revive allies aspect of it included. Now, as far as for weapons, we got 3 new weapons here. We got the Cantare. So this will probably be changed once it comes out, but you will launch blades into enemies, and when you reload, it will pull the blades back to you and hit enemies on the way back. So that can be pretty good. We'll have to see how it actually works in mission, because that would be pretty specific layout of enemies. It does say it has an infinite magazine, though, which is interesting. The Harmony is going to be the Scythe. If an enemy is able to be mercy killed, it will do a guaranteed kill on them instead. Kind of funny, because enemies are usually already dead by the time they can be mercy killed. But yeah, regardless, an interesting one regardless. And you'll get increased melee range for your teammates if you get enough kills with this weapon. And the Throwing Dagger will give your teammates increased magazine capacity if you get enough kills. The Bow of her will give increased multi-shot to your teammates if you get enough kills with it. And it will also, fully drawn arrows will impale enemies and empower allies' weapons. Great stuff there. Now, as far as the loot for the new event, big thing here, this will be different than Gargoyle's Cry. The loot will be very similar, but as far as a community-driven event, this ephemera right here, the Asteria ephemera, this will be improved the more the community plays the event. So if you can tear yourself away from Elden Ring for a couple days, you can help us grind out the Apex version of this ephemera. And let's go ahead and show that right here. This is the non-upgraded version if we don't play the game too much. If we play the game a lot, you will get this one right here, which is pretty cool. And this will be allowed if you're not in a clan, but if you're in a clan, you get access to the best loot. This loot right here is for clan members only. So the Enlightened Hate Scythe, the Arcane Energize, Grace, and Barret. If you are not in a clan, you could not get energized from this event. Okay, this is a new thing they're doing on this one. So just keep that in mind, that if you are not in a clan, you might want to get in one before June 18th, because this event also launches on June 18th. You'll be running the Ascension game mode over and over and over again. But yeah, pretty cool Scythe skin right here. Now, when you go into Incarnon form with the Hate, it's probably going to get rid of that, but still pretty cool when you're not in Incarnon form. You can easily tell you're not in Incarnon form. Ascension mode is where we're going to get Jade's parts, and you'll have the little pity system right here to get her weapons and her parts. Urelli Deluxe here looking like not Urelli, so that looks pretty cool. Also has a Compressa skin with like fish bubbles on it, so it looks pretty decent. And yeah, maybe I'll actually play Urelli because it looks a little bit cooler than normal. We have new Tenogen skins. Well, actually, a new Tenogen skin for Lavos, a new Tenogen helmet for Equinox, a new Kuva chest plate. This will only be on PC for some reason. There's also some new sentient shoulder plates and some operator like face armor. Now we've got some new augments here I want to go over. We've got augments for Protea, Sevagoth, Dagoth, and Corvex. Let's read what these do. For Protea's augments, we for second ability, Blaze Artillery. When Temporal Anchor is active, one existing artillery unit will attach to Protea, halting its combo duration, or its duration countdown. Max combo is 20 times. So once you activate Protea's 4, the ability that everyone usually helmets off, you will pick up one of your Blaze Artilleries, and it will have its duration paused. You can walk around with a Blaze Artillery shooting all the enemies for you. Now, once your 4th ability ends, it will go away, obviously. But yeah, this could be decent in combination with her other augment, Temporal Erosion. You'll be carrying around a armor-stripping turret, and yeah, the only problem is you have to be in her 4th ability, which people, like I said, people normally helmet that off, so hopefully it'll be decent, but I'm not really looking forward to using that one too much. What I am looking forward to is Dark Propagation and Spectral Spirit. So augment for Sevagoth. Enemies killed while inflicted with So spread its effect in a 15-meter radius. Shadow's Death Harvest also inflicts So. This will allow Sevagoth to nuke the entire room over and over again, and recasting So is very annoying. Now, this will not allow you to recast So, which would be nice, but yes, you will have his true damage debuff attack on them, which will also allow a % health explosion from the Reap ability. So, interesting for sure. Spectral Spirit for Dagoth. This one might be actually pretty amazing. And I don't really play Dagoth that much. This might make me actually use her again. Grave Spirit Augment, her 3rd ability. Immediately go into Grave Spirit Spectral form, which scales the duration. 100% chance for weapons and abilities to apply Doom. Kills outside of spectral form decrease its cooldown by 1 second. So these things are going to probably scale with strength and duration and all that. So you will be nearly permanently invincible, and your weapons and abilities will all apply Doom. So that means that her debuff is called Doom. So that means you'll shoot a bullet enemy, they'll be covered in Doom, and then you can just do whatever you need to after that. You'll be invincible for most of this time as well. This one sounds really borderline broken, so I'm looking forward to that for sure. And the final one is Wrecking Wall for Corvex. Remove 50% of the enemy's armor and shields from struck enemies for a second ability. Hitting 5 or more enemies will restart the duration of any Chirinka pillars and empower them. So if you're actually playing Corvex, you're probably happy about this. But I don't really play Corvex that much, so I'm not super excited about this one. I'm excited about Spectral Spirit and Dark Propagation, personally. If they didn't force you to use Temporal Anchor, I'd probably like this one a little bit more as well, the Protean one. But yes, moving on, we have some Arcanes. Now, these are subject to change, but some of these sound nuts. Secondary Fortifier, specifically, sounds very, very good. But let's just read what these do. Battery Armor, the first one. Gain 0.30 maximum energy for every point of armor you have, up to 1,000 energy. So you'd have to have a lot of armor to get that much energy, but it's going to give you other extra 100 or 200 energy, depending on what kind of build you have from your Arcane slot on your Warframe. So interesting, maybe not the best, but interesting. Arcane Ice Storm. On enemy frozen solid, remember their enemies will be frozen by cold procs in this update, gain 2% strength and 2% duration for 15 seconds after 20 times. So if you freeze everything, like if you have Shivering Contagion freezing everything, you will get 40% power strength and 40% duration as long as you can keep freezing enemies. So that might replace Molt Efficiency. It probably will not replace Molt Augmented because 60% power strength is more than 40% power strength. But yeah, still a decent one, and it's going to be on your Warframe for that one. Now, this next one sounds crazy, so we'll see if it actually gets added the way it sounds. Secondary Fortifier. Okay, so over 1% Overguard Steal. That's the first line. There's 2 lines on this one. So you will steal Overguard from damaged enemies, it sounds like, if you're using your pistol. So if you shoot them with like the dual tox, you will take 1% of their Overguard and give it to yourself. That is the first way we can do anything like that. Secondly, you deal 8 times more damage to Overguard, so you will be the Overguard Shredder and the Overguard Stealer with this Arcane. If this actually gets added, it will be very, very interesting, and it will make Void Cascade missions a breeze. Like, you will seriously be annihilating those Thrax extremely quick, because the Overguard has a lot more tankiness to it than the actual health of the enemy I've found. Moving on to Secondary Surge. On ability cast, well, this is for secondary first off. On ability cast, grant a 1 times damage multiplier to your next shot for every 200 current energy you have, up to 8 times. Now, you would need a lot of energy to actually have this one available to you, like at full power. It's going to regularly be like kind of like a 2x multiplier on a singular shot. So on like slow firing weapons, it might be nice, like the Lex Incarnon or like the Spore Lacer maybe. But either way, you're not going to really have as much energy to like really get the maximum power out of this one. We'll have to check it out once it comes out how the math actually applies. And for the final new Arcane, you got Melee Afflictions. Add 6 stacks to the existing stat effects of enemies that are knocked off their feet by melee attacks. So this might work on slam attacks. It might work on, the knock-up effect from like stance mods or whatever. We'll have to see when it comes out, but it looks kind of interesting at least. You can put some fire procs to the enemies and then like slam attack them to like get a bunch of extra more fire procs. I don't know. We'll see about it. But either way, you seem pretty interesting at least, especially Secondary Fortifier as a new secondary Arcane. It's only going to give you a damage bonus on Overguard, but still you're getting Overguard from shooting enemies, which sounds pretty nice. Got some more decrees coming as well for Deviri stuff. Lots of UI improvements. So we've got, you'll be able to see a lot of this stuff easier in-game. A fast travel button in lots of the hubs. Some color customization for new players in the beginning. This is a nice one right here. You'll be able to change your loadout and your configs and stuff like that from the navigation screen now, which you cannot currently do. So that's going to be a great change for like not having to go back to your ship all the time. And while we're at it, let's go over Ember Heirloom announcement. This will be coming out July 20th, so the day of TennoCon, and you will be able to buy this Heirloom skin with Platinum. It will be 475 Platinum for the Heirloom bundle, and then what's going to be contained in that? Ember Heirloom skin, Ember Heirloom Fire Signa, Glyph, Sigil, Color Palette, and a Prex card. Additionally, there's going to be, the Glaive Prime will be unvaulted on July 20th, guys, so if you do not have the Glaive Prime, the prices are already going down. The prices already dropped by like over 100 plat since this announcement. But yeah, July 20th, get those Ayas ready. You will be able to get the Glaive Prime from these Ember relics. And we don't know how long, probably for the rest of the year. But they will also announce a new heirloom skin at TennoCon. They're doing one heirloom skin at a time. No Rhino announced yet. If you want to buy this bundle with cash, it'll be like 25 USD. So you can either, and also this will not be FOMO. There'll be no FOMO about this one. It will be available forever for the Platinum Collection. Here's some pictures of the Ember skin. Very, very awesome. Now, no buffs to Ember besides the buffs you see on screen right now are announced. So maybe we'll get some more information on Ember getting some buffs. But I'll probably like work on an Ember build video regardless because she looks so awesome with this this heirloom skin. And that's going to be basically it for the stuff they covered. Now, there's some little things we don't have pictures of, such as Frost getting a mini rework. Let's see if we can find that right here. So yeah, since Freeze is being updated, we're going to have some changes to Frost. Frost is going to get a new passive, first off. Cold stashes applied by Frost will increase increased duration, and he also will gain extra armor for every enemy that is cold proc nearby him. So armor does scale how much health his bubble has, so his bubble is going to be getting some buffs from his passive. Additionally, since they're changing Frost, they're going to make where you can shoot directly through his ice bubble. No longer blocks player projectiles from outside anymore. So Frost bubble getting some buffs for sure. The Snow Globe Augment is now going to apply 10 cold procs. They're doing some cleaning up of some of his abilities. Also, his first ability is going to have a bigger AoE, and the freeze range will scale with range. So, you got a lot of little buffs to Frost here. So Frost will be doing a lot better after these changes. And yeah, magnetic procs for that better be a lot better too. Now, they are going to be changing how damage vulnerability works on certain abilities. They made it sound like it would not be a nerf, so it would be a buff because it's not properly applying right now, but we'll have to see when it actually comes out. Yeah, that was a pretty substantial dev stream, I'd say. You got, some amazing Ember skins on the way. You got these pretty good sounding augments. You got these really interesting sounding arcanes. You got some quality of life changes we didn't really go over, like, Pathos clamps from doing the extra portals on the Viri, the semi-auto, full auto changes we talked about in previous videos. There's a lot of stuff here, easy re-equipping relics in missions too, so got a lot of stuff on the way that will be hopefully exciting for you guys. But either way, let me know how you felt about this dev stream. I thought it was a really, really good dev stream, honestly. I hope that Ember gets some actual buffs. Because Ember is really a little bit outdated. Her second ability feels kind of weird. Her third ability I don't think works some of the time. And yeah, we miss World on Fire, to be honest. So let me know how you guys felt about this dev stream down below. I am excited about it. I'm excited for Jade. Oh, we didn't go over the rest of her abilities. So Jade's fourth ability, didn't talk about it. So Jade's abilities are first ability, Healing Zone over time. If it hits an enemy, it's a damage debuff and damage over time. Second ability, Support Aura, either shields, power strength, or weapon damage. Third ability, Line of Sight, Armor Strip, and Shield Strip, with a slow tied to it, which will also revive allies. That's her helmet as well. And the fourth ability is an Exalted Angel form. We didn't see too much of it. We had an Exalted Angel form for Jade. She'll fly around a lot faster than Hildren, for that matter, and she will bombard enemies with damage. So Jade's looking really, really strong and powerful. So I'm looking forward to trying her out with her two aura slots as well. It will be a good time. So, yep, June 18th, guys, the update's coming out, and that's going to be the last update we get until TennoCon. And yeah, hope you guys find it fun and helpful. I'll see you in the next stream, next video, and yeah, you guys take it easy. Peace.